It's time for Baby Boomers in Action. Here's your host, Jim McWhorter.
Welcome to Baby Boomers in Action. I am so glad you joined us today, and of course Buddy and I are both. We are here today in Cyril, Oklahoma, and we're going to introduce you to and show you one of our latest projects in trying to provide independent living for rural seniors. And we have actually taken an older historic nursing home building in Cyril, Oklahoma, and converted it into independent living. And it's been a major undertaking that's taken over a year to complete the project, but now we want to show it off and brag about it and what we're going to be able to do for seniors that live in this area. So stay tuned, kick back and relax, and you're going to enjoy another great show on Baby Boomers in Action. Okay, buddy, all our friends at Wellington Park, they're in their rooms asleep, so be real quiet and don't wake them up.
Jim's so funny. He thinks my friends are asleep. Yeah, right. Let's see. Okay, he's gone. Let's party!
These late night parties are sure a lot more fun than when I was a kid.
Stay active, stay healthy, stay happy. Join us at Wellington Park and have some fun.
I'm Jim McWhorter, and I want to introduce you to my good friend Rob Weaver. Rob has helped me with my retirement plans, and he can help you too. Rob, tell us some of the things you can do.
Well, we'll help you with retirement and investment planning, with insurance planning, and also with debt reduction.
That's great. And you can contact Rob at 488-7300. Don't forget 488-7300.
Hey Buddy Boomers, look what we've put together for you, our exclusive senior resource guide. Check this out. This book is packed full of information about what to look for and questions to ask when you're looking for a retirement community, assisted living, or memory care home. Like my place at Wellington Park, it has all three facilities on one large, beautiful campus. So come by Wellington Park and get your free copy today. Hey, do you think people will let me know when they're coming so I can meet them?
Okay, buddy, we're going to continue talking about Cyril and some of your new friends that you've met there and some questions and things. So, hello, we know you're here with us for Baby Boomers in Action, and we're excited that you joined us today. We are going to continue talking about the Cyril retirement community. It's a whole new concept for independent living for seniors in rural areas in Oklahoma. And so we want to share some of the things that we have been doing. You're going to see some pictures while we're talking of some of the renovations that we did. And of course, we've been flooded with different questions and comments from people that have already been visiting the building. And we're going to share some of those with you as the format for today's show. And so let's just get right to it. Probably the first question that a lot of people want to ask me is, why Cyril, Oklahoma? And it's like I just said, we wanted to figure out a way to provide nice senior living homes for people living in rural areas that are on a limited income. And we wanted to be able to offer several amenities that we're going to talk about as we go through the program today. But we were able to acquire an old nursing home building. And I have for years, since we acquired that building, we've had it 7 years that we've been trying to make this project come alive. And so we're going to be sharing a lot of that information with you as we continue on Baby Boomers in Action with Jim and Buddy today.
Now you see one of the many reasons I like it here so much. I get lots of hugs from my friends that love me. cute? Jim thought I was running to him. Nope, I'm in a hurry to visit with my friends at Wellington Park.
Stay active, stay healthy, stay happy. Join us at Wellington Park. Okay, we're back, and as we were talking before the break, I was sharing with you one of the biggest questions that people continue to ask is why Cyril, Oklahoma? And it's because we had an opportunity to acquire the old nursing home building that was built back in the 60s. And I have learned over the past few years while we've had the building that there are just a lot of people that resided there, that worked there. And we had our first open house a couple of weeks ago just to start previewing some things that were coming, and it was so interesting to learn more and more about the history of the former Cyril nursing home building. Now, I don't want you to get confused about what we've done in this renovation, because it is not a nursing home anymore. There's no nursing staff there, but it is totally independent living for rural seniors that are on limited income for the most part. And so what we're trying to do is provide them a wonderful home that they deserve and still be able to enjoy this stage of life with meals and activities. And so we're going to talk more about these things as we go on. But I want you to know too that it's because of that history that we chose to not demolish the building, to tear it down and start over. And many people that knew what shape the building was in before thought, why are you doing this? Why didn't you just tear it down? Well, of course, there's an extra $1 million that would have been involved. But more importantly, as a professional builder and certified, and I just knew that the structural quality of the building was still really good. No cracks in the brick, good solid foundation, pre-engineered truss roof system. And so we chose, because I feel like it's a landmark for that whole part of the county and that whole part of the area, to let's just put a facelift on it, a major facelift, make it all new again. And so we put new electrical, new plumbing, new heat and air, and we, since it was formerly a nursing home building, there were only 2 showers in the whole building, so we added 37 more. And so it's making for a great place for people to live. And then on top of that, we were able to get acquainted with the community. And we learned about the need for this in the Cyril community and the surrounding towns in Elgin and Fletcher and Cement and some of these towns, and even Lawton. People are coming from Lawton to see what all we're doing, because people keep telling us there's nothing this nice anywhere around in that area. And that's what we wanted, something that would be really nice, a nice home, a nice place for our rural seniors to call home and have a really fun and happy life living in the Cyril retirement community. So we're going to continue on with more information in just a minute.
Ah, Wellington Park, a great place to live. Yes, it's your friend Buddy again, and I love being here. I get to greet people. I attend planning meetings. I answer my emails. We even take care of your medications, so you can live worry-free. We also go shopping. And I love it when we play bingo. B12, D2, wait, this sounds more like taking vitamins.
Stay active, stay healthy, stay happy. Join us at Wellington Park. Okay, so Buddy and I are now sitting here in the Edinburgh Suite in the Cyril retirement community that we've been touring you on today. And it's a great home for people in this area. It's very cost effective and affordable for rural seniors who have some limited income, and that's was our goal when we undertook this project. And so stay tuned, stay with us. We're going to show you some more interesting things and the other suites and all the different things that we have done to make this a great home in a historic building. Okay, buddy, all our friends at Wellington Park, they're in their rooms asleep, so be real quiet and don't wake them up.
Jim's so funny. He thinks my friends are asleep. Yeah, right. Let's see. Okay, he's gone. Let's party!
These late night parties are sure a lot more fun than when I was a kid.
Stay active, stay healthy, stay happy. Join us at Wellington Park and have some fun.
You know, there can be a lot of confusion, a lot of anxiety when it comes to the end of our lives. And that's why when people ask me, Jim, who would you recommend for a good hospice company? I only have to think of one word, and that's Kindful. Kindful Hospice and my friend Jessica Garvin are my #1 choice.
Thanks, Jim. At Kindful Hospice, we believe that clinical care at the end of life is just as important as clinical care at the beginning of life. Visit kindfulhospice.com for more information.
Okay, so we're still in our favorite recliner, or maybe it's Buddy's favorite recliner, and look how tired he is. This is a 17,000 square foot building, as I've mentioned before, and so running around in here wears him out a lot. Of course it does me too, but he's the one that's laying, and so I'm acting like I can handle it. But more importantly, people ask about, well, how do I encourage my mom or my dad or my parents or a loved one to move into a retirement community where they don't have to cook their own meals and where there's activities and they can meet new friends and enjoy a whole new lifestyle? Well, we call it right sizing because that's one of the first challenges that people seem to have, because they'll have a little bit of parents that don't want to move because they're saying, no, I'll have to downsize too much. Where am I going to put all my furniture? Well, maybe you can't bring all your furniture, but you can bring your favorite furniture, and that's what's the most important, because I call it right sizing, because a lot of times we have a lot of things in our homes that we don't really need. We don't even live in every room, and so this one makes a wonderful time for this stage of life for the adult age generation. And so stay tuned with us. You're going to learn some more things in Cyril, Oklahoma. I always like to encourage my viewers to be prepared and make plans for your future. My good friend Aaron Budd can help you build and protect your wealth.
I specialize in helping families prepare wills, trusts, and powers of attorney. Call me today for a complimentary consultation, and we can work together to protect you, your family, and your wealth from the chaos of failing to plan.
So be prepared and call my friend Aaron at 405-990-9472.
Aw, isn't that cute? Jim thought I was running to him. Nope, I'm in a hurry to visit with my friends at Wellington Park.
Stay active, stay healthy, stay happy. Join us at Wellington Park. Okay, so we're back, and most of our TV viewers that have known me for a long time through Baby Boomers in Action and on About Your Retirement on News 9 on Sunday mornings, you know that I love jokes, and I have viewers that send me jokes. One of my viewers said, hey, you're going to be talking about building and what you've done in Cyril and everything, and so here goes. Someone the other day put a duck in my cement mixer. Now we have quacks in the pavement. Yes, Ivan, our director, editor, he wanted me to tell that joke, so I did, because it is kind of funny. But anyway, we'll move on. One of the things that people say, and Ivan's going to be showing you some before and after pictures, are the before and afters, because people walk in and they say, this is beautiful. And when you see the before, or if you knew the building before and now the after, it's just a tremendous change. And so, but keep in mind, most of that's cosmetic outside of new electrical, plumbing, heat and air. But as I said before, the structural part of the building was great, and so we were able to leave that main overall building. You'll see in pictures I did some bump outs and for some box windows just to break up the monotony of the long straight building and all, but we had a lot of fun planning and designing and doing this renovation. Of course, at the beginning, with all the demolition of the inside and old sheetrock and insulation, that was kind of trying, but it always is in this industry. And so it just goes to show that when you're faced with a situation of an older home that you want to renovate, just make sure you get a qualified builder to work with you. Somebody that, if they're not, I'm a registered designer, so I can design and build, but some people have a designer on staff, and they can make sure that your structure is quality, that it will perform like it needs to for the longevity that you are seeking. And then most of it will end up being a lot of cosmetic things. And so just always keep that in mind to make sure, and you can go through the State Home Builders Association, you can go to the Central Oklahoma Home Builders Association and get names of qualified builders and renovators that are in your area. But I thought I better put a plug in for them because I'm a past president of the Home Builders Association, and I've always enjoyed that association and the relationships there, because there's a lot of good people in Oklahoma that can assist you with those needs. But back to the Cyril Retirement Community building. We really enjoyed making this building what it is now. And when you see some of the before and the shots looking down hallways, and now the after, and how we did bump outs into those wide old nursing home hallways to add closets and extra floor space for people in their individual living spaces, is very exciting for me to be a part of that transformation, as I've always enjoyed that for over 35 years. But keep in mind now that this is independent senior living, and that means that it's not exactly like Wellington Park or other retirement communities. Now, the only thing that it's like Wellington Park is the independent living part, because at Wellington Park we've got 37 independent living homes, and we're adding 8 more in the real near future. But that means that people still can live on their own. The only difference between our independent living in Cyril retirement community is that it will include 3 nutritious meals a day. And in our independent living at Wellington Park, and most any place you go, you can buy meal tickets to eat in the dining room of the assisted living if they're continuing care. And that's what you've heard me for 12 years now to say, always move into continuing care, which means you can start out in independent living. If you have some needs arise that you need assistance with, then move to the assisted living. If you end up become a victim of Alzheimer's or dementia problems, then you have another move on. And then beyond that is nursing home and skilled nursing. And so that's what this building used to be, but it's not anymore. It's total independent living. And so what we've tried to provide is many amenities so people could come to their home at the Cyril Retirement Community and have their 3 nutritious meals a day. There's a hair salon on site, there's an activity area, and there's going to be staff for leading activities and exercise classes, and the nutritious meals, the dietary staff. And so we do have to have staff, and that costs money, but we're able to do this for about half of what it costs to live in an assisted living, or half of what it costs to live in the Wellington Park assisted living, for example. But that's because there's no medical assistance. There are no nurses or nurse aides or anything like that. So it is strictly for independent living. So if somebody, as they age, if they need a little help with something, then they are able to hire their own home health company to come in and provide whatever that assistance might be, as long as it follows in with our requirements for living in the Cyril retirement community. And so we're excited to be able to offer all of these and have a night person. We'll have one person there all night just in case of any emergency or anything that will be there. And of course they'll be doing some laundry for people that live in the retirement community and some light housekeeping duties in the common areas, and also we'll keep them busy, but they'll be there to assist if someone is in an emergency situation. And we feel like that we want to provide that safety and that assurance for people that live there, but also for their families and loved ones, so they can know that everything is secure for mom or dad or both to be safe. Okay, I want to thank you for joining us today. Well, joining Buddy and I, and yes, he is really tired now because he's laying down again. But more importantly, come and join us at the Cyril Retirement Community. This is a great building. It's a great home. And 40 people can be here and become good friends and neighbors, as we've been pointing out. And so don't hesitate. Contact us, come by for a tour. We're here right now in the living room in front of the fireplace, and this half of the living room, and behind me on the left is the dining room, and you can hear people talking and visiting and enjoying a cup of coffee. And so don't hesitate to call. Come and visit with us at the Cyril Retirement Community, and if you let me know in advance, I'll be happy to give you a personal tour along with Buddy. And so we hope to see you soon in Cyril, Oklahoma, and we've enjoyed bringing you this show. Please, our TV viewers, our faithful TV viewers, keep sending us your viewer questions so we can continue to bring you the information that you are seeking. I'm Jim McWhorter, your host, Baby Boomers in Action. See you next week.